find the cord because yesterday I was teaching a seminar on USPs for iThemes training, and it was so much fun and awesome, except that my internet was giving me the 1990s slow burn. I was surprised I didn't hear my computer going the beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop thing that we all heard if you had internet in the 90s with dial-up. So I'm frantically yesterday snagging my 25-foot cord and running it like totally haphazardly through my house from my router to my computer, had to reorganize everything. And what that means is that my cords are all over the place, more so than normal. So I can't plug in my mouse right now. So we'll just see. Hopefully we don't run out of juice. What I do want to talk about today, though, is growing your business in a way. Oh, I found the cord. Here we go. This is exciting times to be here. So what I want to talk about today is growing your business and specifically using the reach visibility trajectory. Because if you have not heard of me talking about my framework before, it is a flexible framework designed to help you get really, really clear on your marketing so that everything you do builds together. So it's all working together. So you're not throwing spaghetti at a wall or darts at a dartboard, or your metaphor here, to see what sticks and to see what really resonates. There's always going to be some testing and trial and error when it comes to doing your marketing. But the reality is that a little bit of research goes a really long way. So the reach visibility trajectory is all about, this slow, steady, and sometimes it's like, extreme, but the idea is the steady trajectory towards growth, because all the things you do build together. And so what are the building blocks of reach? And I want to get into this in a second. So before I dig into reach, I want to tell you one of my clients is doing some really big things. Big things are happening for her. She has added 2 new staff members in the last month. And they start next week. But it's really cool because she has added more than 6 figures of monthly recurring revenue. She has done some really big things in her business, all because we were able to get really clear on her marketing, and we used reach, which is my process again in the trajectory. So if you want to snag the case study and see how we built for her, please dig in. The link is already popped in. However, if you want to hear about reach, please stick around. Drop any questions in the comments. I will do my best to answer them on air. Sometimes comments show up and sometimes they don't. Not until after the fact. So anyway, the reach visibility trajectory. What is it? Why does it work? How can you use it? So there are 5 steps and 5 stages, and things have a slow, steady build. And sometimes, as I said earlier, sometimes once you get the building blocks down, things take off faster than you can prepare for. And so that's when we just slow our roll a little bit and scale back. So what is it? The reach visibility trajectory. Research your market. Research is foundational to everything that you should be doing, because your research informs you what your customer wants, what problems they have, what keeps them up at night, what solves for their problems, what they're looking for, why they will decide to hire someone. You also should be doing some competitive research. If you're a copywriter, the truth is there are 135,000 other copywriters in the US alone. So it's not so much about knowing your competition, but knowing at that point what makes you stand out. So that's when we get into the engage with brand positioning, brand values, brand voice, brand messaging. That is this platform that we can build based on the research. So where the research tells you what your clients want, the engagement, the second stage, the second building block, is all about what you do and what sets you apart. So that's when we create a USP. That's when we figure out what your services are, how they connect together, how you want to make your audience feel, what matters to them. And it really bridges what makes you unique with what your clients want. And so we create this brand strategy about how you want to show up, the kinds of places you want to be, the kinds of things you want to do, the kinds of messages that you want to put out into the world, your beliefs, your unique selling proposition, your mission, your vision, your values, how all these things inform your business, and why not only they matter to you, but why they should matter to your clients as well. And I think this is really important, and it's really an interesting way to look at things, because most people that I talk to have not broken it down into these 5 steps. So again, if step 1 is market research, and the step 2 is engaging with brand voice and creating this really engaging messaging and marketing strategy, then step 3 is about putting those together and putting it into action by giving yourself a home on the internet. And that is writing website copy almost always. Sometimes it's about, putting your mission, vision, USP statement, something like that on your social media. And truthfully, you should be doing that anyway, right? But it's about building a cohesive effort for your online marketing home. And that is typically your website, because everyone is going to research you, and having a website shows that you're legitimate. We talk about this a lot here, so I'm not going to dig too deep into why you need a website. The truth is that you do not have to have a super fancy website to get started. You can have something fairly straightforward and basic. You can have a one-pager as long as it covers like the 4 main things. What do you do? Who do you do it for? How do you help them? Why does it matter? And then the 5th thing is how to contact you, right? Those are the 4 things that it's got to do, because it's got to help people say, this is who they are. This is how they're legitimate. My daughter is coming downstairs this morning. She's on spring break. So I will keep this going quickly. Once you have that home on the internet, then it's all about attracting people to it, getting people there. And so that's with an inbound content strategy that blends the create an online funnel, which is just automating your client acquisition process. And if not automating, then say hello. Hello. Then at least codifying it. So it's like, here's step A, here's step B, here's step C, so that you can do it consistently and at scale. Sometimes it involves creating a lead magnet and a nurture process. Sometimes it involves some other things. So Mama. Finally, yes. Do you see yourself? Uh-huh. Okay. So let Mama talk for a little bit and we'll do breakfast, okay?
Okay.
So that's the part where we're building the audience, right? Where we're getting and generating some of this inbound traffic. And that's creating the funnel, that's creating the system. Once you've got the system, then you can do this inbound marketing, which is a 6-month marketing strategy usually. We break it out into 90 days at a time because goals frequently change over 90 days. But we do a deep dive into what your goals are and what you want to accomplish and what matters to your clients. And we start building a content bank. We start building a library of valuable content to your audience. Maybe they need to learn how to buy from you. Maybe they need to learn some of the options. Maybe there needs to be a direct mail piece directing them to your new website or your new lead magnet. Maybe there needs to be some of these other pieces in addition to blog or email list development. And so maybe the blog development isn't as straightforward as creating a resources section on your site. Maybe it's not as important as getting people to contact you. So there's a number of things that we can do. And maybe we're creating social media buckets. So we look at all of this to figure out what is best for you. And then we go forth and create. And it's worth noting that through the reach visibility trajectory, it looks like this. It's this constant growth of authority building. Lily Jen, sorry, this is super distracting. And all of the things that you want to be getting. You want to be getting more visible. You want to be building authority. You want to be growing your sales. But it really does look like this. And maybe part of that means building a referral platform or a referral network or even a referral program. So we can talk about all of that in greater detail. And know this, remember I said there is some testing that's involved. Maybe some of the things that we think will land really well based on our research don't, or maybe the market changes, or maybe there's some shifts. Maybe you pivot your business. Maybe you bring on a new staff member who can allow you to grow and shift and change your services. And if that's the case, like with my client, we may need to, it may look like, you do steps and then you go back and you revisit revisit her nose. You revisit the steps of along the way. It's okay. my husband came in, he's going to take her, and she's like, this is not happening. I want my mommy. So anyway, so that's really what it looks like. It is this process that looks like this ramp, this upward trajectory, and knowing that you may need to come back. You may need to revisit your market research. You may need to revisit your positioning. You may need to revisit some of these other pieces. Maybe you totally change your business model and it's time to pivot your website copy a little bit. All of that allows you to do this flexibly, but yet in a way that makes everything that you do work together really, really well. So please, if you have any questions on this, reach out to me. It is spring break this week, and I'm in Nashville next week meeting some of my industry colleagues and heroes, and I cannot wait for it. And in the meantime, so I'm not going to be live next week. I'll be back here probably tomorrow. And then if you have any questions, DM me, leave me a comment, tag me, and I will get you all the details you need. And if you want to check out the case study that I wrote for Monique that shows exactly how we built her business, please take a look. And the link is here in the comments, or actually in the, what do you call that? It's in the main post here. So I look forward to chatting with you all soon, and I am going to go get someone some breakfast. So a bagel for breakfast. So hopefully we have some. I am just going to shut this off now, and I look forward to chatting with you all very soon.